Back here at Chipper Farm, and on today's video I'm going to give you an update on Pixie's condition. The wound has progressed through several stages, and I want to show all that to you in case you encounter this on your farm, and you will know what to expect. Alright, so here's Pixie a little over 4 days after the attack, and here are the wounds on the right side of her body. Are you pushing my hand down, baby? Alright, welcome to Chipper Farm. We are here at day 10. It's the morning now, and I'm going to uncover these wounds. Okay. This one still stinks on this side. Let me clean that up, put more stuff on it. I've got nice pink flesh around the outside. So that's healing. Alright, let's clean these up and redress them. She walked over to the milking station and jumped up on the milking stand today. So I'm going to take care of everything right here. She's getting stronger. Alright, here's what we got going on here. The liquid coming out. Alright, so I've cleaned it up. I just don't like that one area. Okay, if I keep an eye on that, but that's the area that's draining. Here's the other side. See if I can get her in the sunlight. Alright, I'm going to pack that and redress that for today, and then milk her. Alright, I packed it again with the ichthymol ointment. And I have these adult pads from the thrift store. And they make wonderful wound coverers. I'll get those on and show you how I dress it. Alright, so I took the sticky pads off so that the top is sticky and they stick to one another. And now I'm going to put the ace bandage around, and that glue there is going to help hold the ace bandage in place. Alright, so this is a 4-inch ace bandage, and it happens to have Velcro on both ends. I don't know where I got it, and I can't seem to find another one. But Walgreens doesn't have it. Theirs is $7.49 and only has Velcro on one end, which really doesn't help so much. And it was only in 3-inch wide. But I wrapped it around her and crisscrossed it. Got all that covered. She's staying outside now, so no flies can get into it and get to the wounds. You getting back to normal yet, baby? A little bit? Mwah. Love you, Pixie. So here's the liquid that I squeezed out of that wound. And it's not as bad as I thought. It does look pretty clear with spots of stuff in it, instead of being milky and really infectious. So we'll see what it looks like tonight. Alright, I don't think this looks very good at all. It looks like she's got a big old hole in her skin now. So here we are 13 days after the injury, and I just don't see how it's going to heal up. She's going to have a big hole in her skin. Alright, so we've got a big old hole. I actually got a piece of bone out of it today. I guess he really did some serious damage. This side still has the scab. This is that bag balm lotion I'm putting on. And I'm going to bandage it up again. This is what I took out of the wound today. It's a piece of bone. Alright, here we are at Chipper Farm, day 15 after the dog attack on Pixie. Ugh. Get that cleaned out again. All that stuff is just dying. In the center. Get that cleaned out, and it is closing up. It looks like it's closing up. Alright, we're about 7/8 of an inch across and 1.5 down. Alright, so I've got it cleaned up. This one still has a hole in it too. Alright, gonna bandage and cover it up. Alright, so I'm keeping it clean. It is 17 days after the accident. Just trying to keep it clean and get all the dead tissue out. And here's the other side. You're such a good girl, Pixie. Alright, here we are at day 18. Last night it looked pretty good. I don't like those bubbles. Make sure we clean that out really good. Let's see how the other side looks. It's getting there. Alrighty. Alright, our measurements yesterday have been 7/8 inches wide by 1.5 inches tall. It looks like we're still about there. We'll get that healed up. So here we are at day 19 after the dog attack, and this thing is starting to close up. It is now 3/4 of an inch wide, which used to be 7/8, and it's 1.5 inches tall, which is about the same. This one's getting smaller. This right here is her shoulder bone, and this is a piece of cartilage, but I'm keeping it clean. Last night I put the bag balm lotion on it, and I put new stock. It looks pretty good today. And here's the other side. I cut the scab off since it was only hanging by this top piece right here. One and a quarter by about 3/4 inches. Alright, here we are, day 20 after the dog attack. And it's continuing to look better. It is less than 3/4 of an inch wide and less than 1.5 inches tall. So that is getting better. And here is her left side. The larger wound is less than 3/4 of an inch wide and less than 1.25 inches tall. So everything's starting to heal up and close up. We are 21 days after the dog attack, and this is closing up nicely. Just got to make sure I keep her shoulder blade inside. And get a bunch of hair off of that one again. I'll have to rinse that again. And what I'm using now is a combination of Bag Balm and New Stock. I've been dressing the wound with that, and the healing process seems to have sped up. Trying to do this with 2 hands and while holding the camera, so just trying to absorb some of the liquid. Alright, we'll dry that up, dress this side, and wrap her up again. Alright, this is her left side. I just pulled this piece of meat out. But it's looking better and it's closing up. And here is her left side. And a little more than 1/2 inch wide. And a little more than 1 1/4. So that's closing up nicely. Her shoulder blade's staying in. I'm wrapping her this way to keep that shoulder back further. And it's staying inside the wound. Couple more weeks and you should be all healed up. So we have 23 days after the injury. This is the left side. I just pulled all of this dead meat out of there. But what's left, this looks like good tissue. I'm just going to clean it up a little more and bandage it up. And the other side I've already pulled the dead meat out of. And I'm just going to rinse that more and bandage it up again. I don't like this spot though. It looks like dead tissue to me. Alright, so here we are 24 days after the injury. I don't really like that black stuff. It looks like dead tissue. And here's her left side. I pulled that big chunk of meat out of there yesterday. I'll rinse that a little bit more. Sorry for the footage, I'm just working with my Android phone. Clean that out, and we'll bandage her up again today. Alright, here we are 26 days after the injury. I gotta rinse that out. The other side's still draining. Alright, so I just have the towel here. And this is water, Dawn dish soap, and tea tree oil. Just keep cleaning the wound out. I'm going to get that a little better off camera. Alright, I have it cleaned. I cut a little bit of the black skin off over here. I'll show you the other side. Pulled a little bit more meat out of this side. I made it bleed a little. I'll clean that up a little more and dress her wounds again. About 1 1/8 inches tall. That's good. It's closing up. Slowly but surely. Even though she'll be missing a muscle. Alright, here she is all wrapped up. With her bandage matching her collar. She looks all pretty. Love you, baby. I'm giving her iron, B12, and Nutri-Drench every evening. Getting her blood cell count back up. She's pretty pale still. Alright, here we are at day 27. There still must be some dead tissue in there, but that's not too bad. Here's her left side. That's looking better. Not so much drainage. Alright, we'll get this cleaned up and bandaged up again. Alright, so what I'm using, I made up a wound wash solution, and I've been using this for a couple of weeks. It is dishwashing soap, Dawn dishwashing soap, and tea tree oil in water. And have it in this spray bottle, this squirt bottle. And I'm just irrigating the wound. And I'll keep doing that until all the water flows clear again. Alright, I cut that piece of cartilage or tendon or Alright, I cut that thick piece that was hanging there that was probably holding the shoulder blade in, and behind it there was a little bit more rotten meat, so I took that out. There's a little bit more in there, but it's still attached, so hopefully that'll die off before this wound closes up. Let's go check out the other side. Alright, this is on her left side. Pulled out a few more pieces of meat. There's a little more in there. I'm going to irrigate it. It's just in the shade. Can't see it. Oh boy, look at this. Well, that should be most of the last of that muscle. Alright, I think that's enough for today. Alright, so we are about at a 1/2 inch wide and 1 1/4. So thanks for watching. We're going to have one more update to show you the other progression of the wound, and I hope that you will at least know what to expect if this happens to you and your goats. And I hope this video is helpful for you. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button so you'll get notifications when we put new videos out. Thank you from Chipper Farm. Just got photobombed by a goat.